Good morning and hope life is excellent. Let's keep talking blood forensics as a continuation of my first segment in this series, seen here in the pink cover page. This segment will pick up where I left off, from the bloody latent sole print through the kitchen area and just beyond the slider glass door where the sole assailant is believed to have exited 1122 King. Do these new details and images taken just after the murders suggest an almost total absence of visible blood forensics and again beg the question, were the floors cleaned? I've got all the details, so let's jump right into it. According to the PCA, the sole assailant began on the third floor, where two homicides occurred. One of the victims was viciously assaulted before being stabbed to death, so I believe there was significant blood transfer onto the killer. Going down the stairway and into the living room, passing Dylan's room on the right, I would expect there to be a trail of 90-degree blood drops, as well as bloody sole prints and other impressions along the way. Upon entering the living room, it is believed the killer walked down that hallway and into a second bedroom, where two more savagely brutal homicides occurred. Another victim is reported to have defensive wounds and fought back, so again, I would expect a lot more blood transfer onto the killer, who would literally be satiated in blood, before heading back into the living room and traversing this area for a second time, leaving even more 90-degree drops and evidence of the killer's path. Then again, walked back towards the stairwell, where a not visible bloody sole print impression was later found just outside Dylan's room, then making a right turn, heading towards a glass slider believed to be the exit from the crime scene. So let's pick back up at the area where this not visible bloody sole print impression was found. The day after the murders, ISP forensics team is clearly walking all over that same area. Important to note, there was only one bloody sole print mentioned in the PCA, which may be just enough to establish probable cause. But if there was one bloody sole print, surely there would be more. Were the other bloody sole prints possibly found also not visible to the naked eye? Why would the forensics team be walking all over an area of the floor where there was critical blood intel clearly visible? Let's examine the long segment of floorboards extending from the latent sole print all the way to the glass slider. Again, images from the day after the murders clearly show this entire area seemingly absent of not only visible blood intel, but also any evidence markers on the floor indicating as such. Would you expect to see blood evidence in this area of the crime scene as the sole assailant was making an exit? Further, let's take a look at an area of the kitchen cabinets taken during the same photo shoot. Red evidence tape all over the cabinets, corroborating that this area of the crime scene had been canvassed by a forensics team. So again, why literally nothing on the floors at all? Make it make sense. Lastly, let's discuss the area preceding and just after the alleged slider glass door exit. Once again, images taken just after the murders clearly show forensics and Moscow PD officials standing and walking all over this area. No visible blood evidence, nor any evidence markers at any time. So what do you think about all these new forensic details and images? Were the floors cleaned? Talk to me.